Crossfire is, or a lot of long range things are 900 megahertz or somewhere in that low um, frequency spectrum that the FAA lets us, or the FCC lets us use. Um, and then the FPV goggles are usually talking on 5.8 gigahertz, commonly 5.8 gigahertz. The DJI system uses 2.4 gigahertz, and they have a few systems that use 1.2 gigahertz for longer range stuff, and they're just all different ways you can do it. They all do the same thing. Um, so yeah, next we're gonna move on to common FPV frames. These are some of the most common. I'm a big fan of the freestyle frames. This is a freestyle frame. It I don't know if you can see my little drawing. It usually has like, it kind of looks like a bus, the way it's like elongated rectangular shape, and that's what those are my favorite. This is a freestyle drone. I think I feel like that's the best. Whatever. But they also have racing drones. I drew a terrible drawing of a racing drone. They're all pretty bad, but this one's really bad. Um, but this is, it's normally like a pod. I think I have one. Of course. Sorry about that. Maybe I'll make another video that just showcases the different types of frames. But here is a this is a Tyro Ishin Tyro 129 that was just like I bought with some other stuff, and yeah, it's a racing frame. I don't know if you can tell the difference. It's kind of like got a smaller pod in the middle of it, and that, you know, everything's smaller. I guess it's lighter, and also I think it turns better that way. The way a racing drone is. I'm not really into racing drones. I'm sorry. I'm not really into racing drones. I can do like freestyle frames that go fast too. But yeah, I'm just not into racing drone frames. That's okay. I mean, I get it. It makes sense, but it's not my thing. I like the freestyle frames the best. But anyway, that's a racing frame. It usually has a smaller pod in the middle, and everything's just smaller in that middle, and they usually mount the batteries underneath of them instead of having the battery. That's another thing. Freestyle frames usually has the battery on top, and the racing frames have the battery on the bottom. 9 times out of 10, and that's for a lower center of gravity. Like I said, it turns better, and it's just better for racing. And the other one's better for just freestyle tricks and stuff. They also have something called a Woop, or a mini Woop. Man, I'm going totally blank, but it's called a Woop drone. They're usually little ducted drones. Sorry for the long pauses, but here's a good example of one. This is a Tiny Hawk, Tiny Hawk S, I think, or I don't know. It's the newer one, and it is a Woop drone. It more or less, I don't know if you can see it. It has these ducts. This actually isn't a true duct, I don't think, but ducts can actually help the drone direct the forces better. Like, they have some ducted drones that actually they are more efficient than one without a duct. But yeah, they also get like prop wash and stuff like that, which is a whole nother video. But that's a Woop drone. They're usually small like this. They usually have ducts, and they are cool, and they are great for beginner drones. I totally like stand behind them, and I live in like a row home, so it sucks flying here. You really can't fly here. But and this made it possible to fly in my tiny little backyard and alley and stuff, and I didn't. Nobody got hurt or anything like that, and they have the ducks kind of help you from cutting people open and stuff like that. But yeah, Woop Woop drones are cool. I'm more into the like a little bit bigger drones. They have a lot of Woop drones have a lot of smaller electronics, and they're a little more finicky sometimes, but they are great for training on and stuff like that. And oh yeah, another thing I wanted to tell you. I guess it would be easier to show you on the Woop, but how they measure a drone. Like if you ever see like a 180 or a 150 or a 250 or a 240 or whatever, they're measuring from the center of the motor to so you take your whatever measuring tool and you hold it from the center of the motor to the center of the motor, and that tells you how long it is. This is in inches, usually it's in millimeter, but that tells you like the size. Like a 250, like this, I think this is like a 120 or a 150. Can actually, I don't have, whatever. Yeah, you basically just measure from the center of the motor to the center of the motor, and that tells you the size of the frame. But I don't know, I feel like this video is more confusing than anything, but it's really not that bad. Drones are really cool. I love building them and stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully that answers a few questions. I don't know, maybe I'll make a better video one day. Haha, not. But yeah, that's the basics of an FPV drone. First person view. You are viewing the drone. You're viewing what the drone sees. It's basically like you're in the pilot's seat of this little craft, and whatever you see, that drone sees. I mean, whatever the drone sees, you see. And it's pretty cool, and I love to build them. And yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stop this video so it doesn't get too long, but hopefully that's just some of the basics of what a drone is, or what is that thing that I'm flying right now. Yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, hope to have more content, better content soon.